Hey everybody, welcome back to News to Astonishment, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more, and welcome to another long-awaited comic book haul. Comic book haul number 31. I did mention in my last comic book haul that I was taking a break, and I did, and it really does show because it's been a while since I've been able to purchase any comics, and I was kind of like in a rough patch with money, so financially I wasn't doing too well. It had been slow where I work, and I wasn't not a lot of money was coming in, but now things are coming back. Like, I'm making more money again. I'm at a good place now where I can just buy comics with ease every single week, and yeah, and I got a lot of comics to share with you guys, so it's been a good while. So anyways, I got a lot to talk about and share with you all, so more right after the intro. Welcome to comic book haul number 31 once again, and I got a lot of comics to share with you all. And like I was saying before the intro, I haven't been able to purchase a lot of comics, but now that everything is back to normal financially speaking, I'm able to go ahead and buy comics every week like I always done. And thankfully, the good guys at Corca Comics, the comic shop that I shop at near my home, have held my comics in place in my box, in my file. And I'm really grateful for them for doing that. They probably started to think that I was never coming back, but I was probably gone for like about a month. I didn't show up for about a month, and I had a lot of comics that were stashed away. I actually have more than the ones that I held in my hand right before the intro, by the way, which I do have in my box back there, and I still got quite a few to read because I'm a little bit behind, and I've been preoccupied with other things like other videos, Spider-Man PS4, and some other stuff, and work. But now that everything's back to normal, I can finally continue this ongoing series that you guys like. And I know it's been a pretty good series. I get to share and talk about the comics that I really love, all the characters that I really love. But with all that being said, let's get to the comic book haul because I know you want to get to the point. So anyways, starting with the first one, Deadpool versus Black Panther. This is actually something I was looking very forward to. It's quite a nice mix, actually. I've never really read any comics with Deadpool and Black Panther in the same comic, but I just really want to know how this turns out because I'm actually I have some expectations in mind, actually, but believe it or not, and I'm expecting Deadpool to make some references and jokes about the Black Panther box office and how well that movie did, so hopefully that's in this as well. So Deadpool versus Black Panther, and here's a variant issue version of that comic, Deadpool versus Black Panther. It looks really cool. It's kind of like the funny version of the same comic. So Deadpool's got a bunch of toys in his hands, and he's just throwing them up in the air. And they're kitten toys, by the way. If you notice, they're cat toys. And he's just throwing them at Black Panther like nothing. But anyways, yeah, definitely really excited to read this one. All right, next one. I'm actually very curious about this one. This is actually another interpretation of Spider-Man. I believe this takes place in a different universe. This is Arach-Knight, and it's pretty much Moon Knight and Spider-Man put together if you really think about it and if you look at it. So it looks really cool. It seems like a very good concept, and I'm definitely going to read this one. And I think this is only going to be a two-parter, so I wish it could have been longer, but hey, whatever. All right, here's Venom #1 annual. I'm liking the new Venom stuff, especially the way that you're treating the stories of Venom and his origins. It's a pretty interesting retcon because for the longest we've known that, you know, Peter Parker Spider-Man was he wasn't the first host, I know that for sure, but he was like the first to obtain the black suit and wear it, and then Eddie Brock was the next host to obtain the black suit and become the creature known as Venom. But that's one of the few misconceptions that people get wrong in comic books, is that Peter Parker was the first host when he actually wasn't. So there's quite an origin, and it really goes in depth as far as, like, you know, Venom goes. And I'm kind of happy that they did a little bit of a retcon, but they still pay homage to the classic, you know, Peter Parker storyline where he obtains the symbiote in Secret Wars, and then he wears it, and then Venom becomes the next host to wear it, and he sticks with them. Then he leaves them and he goes on to other hosts like, you know, Angelo and Flash Thompson and some other characters there, but then he returns to Eddie eventually. But Venom annuals, the annual comics, they happen like every single year because it's annual. So, but anyways, go ahead and pick these up and read Venom. and read the new Lethal Protectors and read some of the other ones that they got. It's really entertaining. It's really fun, and and like I said before, they retcon some of the original stuff, and I think it's awesome. But I don't want to spoil anything. Just go ahead and read it if you're a comic book reader. I think you'll enjoy Venom. Next is Flash number 53. I know it's kind of slightly older. It's probably a little over a month ago or so. Again, like I said before, I've been behind in comics. I haven't been able to purchase any, but I've been keeping up to date of what was coming out online. So that's another way of like reading comics and just keeping myself up to date with, you know, other comic book sources, like other comic book YouTubers like BMA Comics Con. He's a good person to keep up with the latest in comic books. So if you want to check out what's going on with your favorite superheroes and comics, check out BMA Comics Con. I think you'll like it. But this is Flash number 53. I'm actually personally, I'm a huge fan of the Flash. I love his comic books. They're a lot of fun. I love to read the Flash. It's just the complexity of the Flash is what interests me, and how powerful he is and how interesting he is and how large the family of the Flash family really is. This is the Flash number 56. I know I skipped 54 and 55. That's because I already have them and I read them. Number 56, this is actually just a variant on number 56. Really attracted my attention, obviously, because it looks gorgeous. I actually personally requested to keep variants and originals in my files in the comic book store that I shop at. And I'm glad that I got these, because the variants of, like, you know, DC Comics are just completely gorgeous. And I love especially the Virgin copies. All right, here's the Flash number 57, another variant. It's got the Flash drinking a Slurpee. It's got the Flash right here punching bad guys, fighting bad guys here. If you look really closely, it kind of looks like Grant Gustin's The Flash from the CW. It's very reminiscent of that. I think it's probably inspired from that, but still, it looks really close to it, I think, in my opinion. All right, here's the Flash number 57, Rogue's Resurrections. It's probably it's a good idea that this is probably a Halloween themed type of comic book from the looks of it, because we're already approaching Halloween. I'm not a huge fan of Halloween. I mean, I do appreciate the holiday. I mean, the holiday, if you want to call it that, but still, pretty cool that they included a Halloween story just to go with the theme. What I really look forward to is Christmas themed comic books. I always look forward to those. Excuse me. All right, the next one is Spider-Geddon number 2, with the Superior Octopus being featured. He recently made an appearance in the Spider-Geddon comic books. I have them all stored, and I've read them all. And let me tell you, it was a very interesting, different universe. Especially Spider-Geddon number 0 was actually one of my favorites because of the artwork. It's just amazing and it's just gorgeous. But Spider-Geddon number 2 is pretty cool. This is I think this is also another variant or so. I don't think so. I haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and check it out when I get a chance. Coming in next is The Amazing Spider-Man number 8. I'm actually reading the current run of The Amazing, and I'm loving it. I just love the art direction and the direction that they're going with the storyline. It's really a lot of fun. So check out The Amazing Spider-Man if you're interested in Spider-Man comic books. Alright, now, like I said before, DC's really killing it with their variant issues. This is Batman number 52. This is not a Virgin copy because there is something there. Virgin copies typically have nothing on their issue. It's just artwork. That's it. But this is number 53, right? Yeah, number 52. Excuse me. And written and by King and Bright Weiser and Weeks. If you like the works of those people that write and draw and, you know, all these comic books, go ahead and check these out. So far, it's been a pretty good run. I like it. Here's number 53, Dark Knight No More, Batman. It's kind of typical when comic book creators want to get the attention of comic book readers when they make a superhero like quit being a superhero. They usually pull this thing off, and when in reality it's not the case. They're going to continue on because I do have the next issue right here in front of me. And I haven't read much of Batman lately, but I got to catch up. This is Batman number 54 right here. It's an interesting cover. It's orange. Got some of the notorious infamous villains, rogues gallery of Batman right here on the front with his face on it. All right, 54 again, the original. That was the variant that I just showed you. Number 55. I'm only skimming through this really quickly because I haven't read them, so I don't have much to say about that. All right, and then number 55, The Flash. Interesting cover. I just wonder what it's all about. So far, it looks like Heatwave is the main focus and the main villain in this issue. Definitely cannot wait to read this one. Now, like I said before, DC is just doing an amazing job with their variant issues and just their covers in general. number 56. So I look forward to reading this particular issue because it just looks really good. And then another variant, number 56. Again, amazing cover. It's got Nightwing in the front. And did you hear about the story about Nightwing losing his memory? Because he's not going to be called Dick Racing starting at Nightwing number 52, I believe. He's going to be called Richard or Rich Grayson or something like that, because he lost his memory and I think he got hit on the head or so, and he's not going to be performing any of those stunts and tricks that he does as Nightwing. So that's interesting to check to read. I actually don't collect Nightwing comics, but I actually want to check out that storyline and see how it goes. And he's going to be addressed as in a different alias, so that's pretty interesting to hear. And here's again number 57's Batman, another variant. And then 57 again, that's to hunt the Beast. This is Batman number 57. So I've been hearing nothing but good things about the run of Batman right now, and so far I'm really excited about it. But that was the comic haul. That's all the comics that I have for this haul. I can't believe I've made a return to this series. I thought I was never going to get back to it, but here I am, and still collecting and still reading strong. So guys, that was everything. What I'm really most excited about this haul is the Deadpool versus Black Panther. Definitely can't wait to read that, and Arach-Knight, of course. But let me know what are your thoughts on this comic book haul. What are you mostly excited about in this comic haul? And what are you mostly excited about in comics in general? Any storylines or any comic book stories you're looking forward to, please let me know in the comment section below. And again, if you are a comic book collector or a comic book reader or enthusiast or what have you, I implore you to go ahead and check out BMA Comics Con. Guy is a great comic book collector. He's very knowledgeable in comic books. I'd say he's probably a little bit more knowledgeable than I am, believe it or not. And he has a huge comic book collection, and I've personally seen it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.